Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about twists versus braid. Which one is a better protective style? Now we're going to be looking on this based on longevity of style. We're going to be looking at the installation and takedown process. And we're also going to be looking at the maintenance and convenience of each style. So if you're interested and this is something that you would want to know which protective style would work better for you or which one is the better protective style, then stick around until the end of the video. Now with that being said, let us head right into today's video. The first point we're going to be looking on today is longevity of styles. Now I think this one is a no-brainer because of course braids would tend to last a little bit longer than twists, simply because of the 3-strand method that is used to plait the hair versus twist, which is a 2-strand method. Now, the 3-strand method would allow for the hair to be plaited in a tighter manner versus twists, which tend to be a bit looser. Now, plaiting the hair a bit tighter would allow for it to last a little bit longer. So in this sense, braids would tend to be a better protective style if you're looking for a style solely based on the longevity of the protective style. Now we're going to be looking on the installation and takedown process of both braids and twists. Now, twist takes a shorter time to install simply because of the 2-strand method. And we're looking at medium twist here. We're not really looking at mini twist. I'm looking at medium twist versus medium to smaller braids. So it would take a lot less time to install medium twist and to take down medium twist simply because of the 2-strand method versus braids, which is a 3-strand method of plaiting the hair. It would take a little longer to install the braids and to take down the braids. Because you know, once you're taking down a hairstyle, you want to be as gentle as possible. And because of the manner that the braids are combed in, it would take a little longer to take down the braids. So if you're someone who does not really have a lot of time, but you want a protective style because you want to grow and retain length, then I personally believe that twist would be the best option for this. Also, I wanted to add that both twists and braids are prone to lock up and mat and tangle. If you have a protective style in for far too long, of course you would get knotting and tangling. So you have to consider this when doing takedown. So I personally believe that twists are a lot easier to take down versus braids. So if you're looking on the installation and takedown process, I personally believe that twist would get the win on this, simply because it is not as time consuming as if you were doing braids. Now we're on to the final point, which is maintenance and convenience. Now for convenience, I feel as though both twists and braids are equally convenient. They're both protective styles. They both allow you to grow and retain length. There are a lot of styles that you can do with your twists and braids, so you don't have to look boring while your hair is in a protective style. You can wear accessories. So I think both styles are equally convenient. Now, when it comes on to maintenance in the sense of refreshing your protective style, because you know, after like 3 weeks of wearing a protective style, it is going to look a little shabby and unkempt. So I personally feel as though twists, because of the takedown process being shorter than braids, it is easier to refresh and it is easier to maintain. So if you're looking for a protective style that is easier to maintain, then I personally believe that twist is the way to go. Now, if you wanted to look on the moisturization of the protective style, I feel as though both would be equal because it is relatively easy to moisturize your twists. It is relatively easy to moisturize braids. So it would be equal in the sense of which protective style is easier to moisturize. Now we're going to be looking on how to determine which protective style is best for you. And we're not going to be looking solely on the hair, but again on your lifestyle. Now, if you're looking on longevity of style, I would recommend persons who are busier to really focus on braids, as this would really reduce the amount of time that you would have to spend in your hair. Also, if you have thinner hair, then I personally believe that braids are better for you, simply because it is easier to plait the strands a little bit tighter, so your braids might last a little bit longer than if you did twist. And if you have thicker hair like mine, then twist would be the best way to go. Now we're going to be looking at the installation and takedown. If you're someone who is busy and you don't really have the time, then I would highly suggest doing twist, simply because it is easier to install, it is easier to take down. However, it would kind of clash with the longevity, simply because twists do not last as long as braid, but braids take a longer time to install and take down. So it's really a personal preference. I think both protective style works great. It is really just a personal preference, because for me personally, I prefer twist, simply because I find that it is easier to maintain, it is easier to install and take down. You might find that braid works best for you when it comes onto hair growth and retention, which is the entire purpose of a protective style. And while you might be busy, you might not find it as such a bother to take that long road to install and take down your braids. So it is really depending on a personal preference. But I feel as though if you're someone who wants to kickstart their hair growth journey, then you should really do some research to know which protective style is best for you, because again, it is a personal preference. Both styles are great, they're both versatile, but at the end of the day, it is really what you like as an individual. Right, so that is the end of the video. I personally feel as though neither style is better than the other. They both have their advantages, they both have their disadvantages. At the end of the day, it's really from a personal standpoint of which protective style you think is better and which one works better for you. So that's the end of today's video. If you liked this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you are new, subscribe, and until next time, bye my loves.